cloudy. She just went out in the rain. So, okay, so far we have the moon and the wheel. So a lot of emotion looks like coming from something to do with a big change. I don't know. Oh, that's strange. My candle just burned out. Okay, so let's get started. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's general, of course. As you know, will not resonate for everyone. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. Roles could be reversed, intermingled, flip around. It's not gender specific. Yeah, okay. Something sudden, drastic. It looks like or feels like something has happened, something big and drastic has happened. And I'm not even sure if you really know what, but you've got some sort of big changes that you might be really struggling with. There might be some chaos. Okay, make this work. So we've got the Tower, lightning strike. Interesting because we are in the middle of a thunderstorm here. Okay, King of Wands. So that's strong, decisive action. Fiery. The King of Wands is somebody that does, takes strong action. I wish he wouldn't do that, but yeah. She gets so nervous from storms. I feel like you've been triggered. Six of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Cups is generosity, it's giving, it's abundance, it's in reverse. I feel like you've recoiled, pulled back, stopped giving. Not always a bad thing, right? Oh, you guys look at this. First time, I've never found, so I do think these are blue jay feathers. Wasn't sure. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? Not first time I've ever found a blue feather, period, but I found two on the same walk. So that was pretty cool. Okay. What's going on with Aries? We're going to lay out a formal spread here in a minute. No. Yes, you stopped. I feel like there's been some sort of a total stop in taking action. And I also am kind of picking up, because of this moon card I'm picking up, I feel like you guys have questioned yourselves and everything you've been doing. Wind of Change, that song Wind of Change, Scorpions, by the Scorpions, just came to mind. Keep going on this thing. Okay, so recent past. So Page of Swords, I'm sorry to laugh. I feel like that maybe some watching, this could be the other person, so you can switch the roles if it doesn't apply to you, but somewhere someone maybe got seen, showed up on someone's story. They were, kind of checking things out, spying on somebody else's, and now there's something that's happened that feels like shame. I feel like shameful, but I strongly feel like it's not as big of a thing as you think. Like it's gonna, maybe something embarrassing or something, but I feel like it's gonna, be one of those things that eventually you're gonna be like, so what if I did that? You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe somebody got caught. Or maybe there was a drunk text, something, I don't know. It's not clear. We'll lay out a formal spread. The Sagittarius energy there, that's the Temperance card. It's feeling like unbalanced. And there's a realization of feeling imbalanced, but what's really bothering me here is this feeling of I feel like you guys maybe are a bit shut down, and I don't like that at all. So it's been a long time. You've been manifesting something for a very long time, and wow, look at this. And are feeling like, when does it pay off? Look how those line up. We've got the Devil card, Capricorn energy, Magician. You're a magician. You have all the tools it takes to make things happen. But there's some ideal idea or false belief that needs to be let go of. Oh wow, look what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh wow, and King of Wands. When we had the King of Wands, and here's the Wheel of Fortune, which I was feeling. Okay, so I just feel confirmation to what I was getting. I feel like you guys are getting discouraged. Why bother? Why is it taking so long? But I just want to remind you that energy changes and shifts constantly. Page of Pentacles and Rulers. Maybe you're letting go of needing an apology from someone. Let's lay out a formal spread. I'm not terribly worried about, I feel okay about, I worry about you guys. I'm not worried about no, not this deck. I'm not worried about the long term. I'm just concerned with maybe the Tower at the bottom. I'm just a little concerned with picking up on some feeling of discouraged. That's what's bothering me, yeah. Losing, that oomph. Or maybe kind of like that feeling of it keeps going back and forth. So we're going to shuffle. Since we didn't get to. Don't you bark. I know there's noise. Don't bark, don't bark. She wants to bark. No, don't bark. Okay, so that's the second time I've seen the Three Cups. So I feel like there's a little bit of frustration. The Three of Cups could be celebration or friendship, but that Sword is up. The Chariot, forward motion. Yeah, I think you guys may be giving up, probably giving up on someone that you should be giving up on, but it's just painful to let go. Maybe giving up on a return, which is interesting because I kind of felt like there was a return. Okay, so your energy, Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. That's very, very good. Also, we have the Emperor. Wow, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so here's what I think is going on. I don't know about the person, but this is basically a little bitty setback that feels huge. And it feels huge because there's a high sensitivity to it. And I also, in the recent past or in the history of whatever this is, whether it's a job or career or a goal, a purpose, a relationship, there's been an element of over-trying, and that has become burdensome and worn you out to the point where now, if any little thing, like if your bucket's full and you can handle it, you're barely handling it, but then if one more drop drips into that bucket, it spills over. And that's what this feels like. There's something that feels bigger, heavier than it is. That I don't want to invalidate, devalue or debase how you feel. It feels that way because of the past and everything you've been through. But we have, this wheel card, we can't get around the meaning of this card, which is destiny and direction and fortune. It's just not seen right yet. The moon card is things that aren't seen. But in this deck, I always kind of feel like swimming in a sea of emotion, or like just swimming in the being consumed by what can't be seen. But then it's with the wheeled card. So this is a very positive. We got a little bit of what's, lies beneath why you're feeling the way you're feeling. But then our real spread, which is here, is all about abundance and success and taking action. Look at the bottom of the deck. Moving away from sadness. And this has also got a very much of an element of winning at all costs. So in the past, there was something that you wanted to achieve at all costs. Like maybe you exhausted yourself giving to, hi, nice to meet you. She's so cute. Giving, to something that wasn't paying back. So there could be some, and we'll keep going. There could be some, wow, look at the bottom of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, let me finish that thought. And then there could be a need to tweak what you put your energy into, and a big need to realize that what you've done, everything you've done isn't failure. It's just part of a path to, put yourself in a position where things click, or it's like, oh yeah, like sometimes I think, there's readings that I don't want to post, and I think, oh, it's so negative, and I know I'm going to lose some subscribers because something I said or whatever, but I always know that there's going to be that one person that's going to have something I say hit them at just the right time to where it clicks and they go, oh my gosh, and it just changes the trajectory of how they think, and then they take some different steps, and then those steps change the trajectory of everything, their day, their week, their month, and life. That's how I feel here. I feel like you guys may have done or said or given energy to something that wasn't ideal, but it is not a damage that is just for nothing. Like there's purpose in it. Even if it was a little tiny setback, it's not as big as it feels. It's smaller than it feels like to you right now. And this is all saying you've got major good stuff coming. Like there's a setback, but it's not the setback that it feels. In fact, it might bring you down a little bit, and just to bring you right back up and even more powerful. Something like that. So at the bottom of the deck, we have a new beginning. There you are, the Fool. Aries energy. I think first we had this one, the Four of Pentacles. This is about fear of lack, fear of missing out on something. Then the Four of Pentacles. The Fool. Wait, it was Four of Pentacles. Then it was a new beginning. So for some of you, it might be just a fear of not having another chance with someone, or a chance with, at equal equal love. But I'll tell you right now, one way to ensure that you're not going to find that right person is to hang on to something that's not happening, in hopes that it will, and tie yourself up for years. Because whether it will or it won't come back is irrelevant to you needing to put yourself out there, be meeting new people, talking to more people, raising your vibration. That there might be another soulmate in that path. Like, I know some of you are going to say it's a twin flame. Even if it's a twin flame, there might be a soulmate in that path that you need to learn lessons from before you and your twin flame can come together and work. Okay? There's some sort of setback that needs to be... my prayer for you guys this round is embracing change, which I totally forgot until just now. But it's embracing change and blessing it and releasing it and going, okay, that served some purpose, and I'm going to bounce back and charge forward, okay? We have 2 cups here. We also have, this is like being tied, addicted, bound to something. 2 cups is equal love, equal give and take. I feel like there's a fear. It's like a realization of letting something go, but you got, look at that, where I split the deck. Something big, money-wise, is happening with that love, too. Strength, balance. Something big is happening. So whatever you're, and I don't want to say don't cry over spilt milk. It's not spilt milk because it is something powerful, but it's not powerful in a negative way as it might appear. There's progress. See that? There are multiple paths. You guys check out the comments. I'm putting your prayer intention in there, but it is about embracing change and realizing that there is not just one perfect path. Even if you mess up, that might, you can still get you back on that original path, or it just branches out to new paths. I hope I'm not just like talking in circles. I hope this is making sense. And I do feel like it has to do with worrying too much about what someone else is doing. Look at that, what somebody else is doing with someone else. I feel for you because I've been there. That's a lot of why I started tarot, I gotta tell you. I just cut the deck at the wheel again. Let's see. I'm gonna ask some really specific questions for you guys. And I kind of do feel like I want to say this is possibly a twin. I keep feeling it, but I don't think that's the most important message right here. So this tower is going to change everything. Whatever this tower is, once you like feel it to heal it, or write it down, how it feels, why it's like a need to organize your thoughts, but it's going to change everything. King of Cups. Tell me, that's so weird. I just saw this and didn't take it. It was the next card. Or on the bottom, King of Wands. So there's going to be a major growth of knowing your value. This also is feeling like, oh yeah, that's who I am. I am that person that people think is a rock star, superstar. I do have open arms and people greeting me and missing me. So whatever this fall that you feel like is the end of the world or is really burdensome, it's not. It might do you some good to Queen of Swords it, which is my way of saying compartmentalize. Yeah, there's that going on in the background, which is pretty gruesome in this one area of my life, but I still have this area of my life. For example, I still have my health, there's different areas. We have health, we have career, we have purpose, we have family, we have, hobbies. It's just make sure that when make sure you keep feeding all those areas so that when one is going not well, you can compartmentalize it and not worry about it when you're tending to the other areas. You can be like, oh yeah, that's a mess, but I'll deal with that later when I am back to that, when I'm focused on that, not when I'm trying to work or take care of this or that. Am I making sense? Yeah, you've got new love coming, guys. Look at this. Wow, Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Something that you've been waiting for. There's a decision. Tell me about the decision. King of Swords, somebody that knows exactly what they want. Somebody that's very clear-minded and... What else about this? somebody from the past is returning, and it's going to be reciprocated. See that Queen of Cups? Let me grab an oracle. Telling you guys something good's coming. So whatever, I'm sorry I dwelled so long on that negative, but whatever that negative is, it's purposeful, and it's not as negative as you think. It's maybe it had to hurt that bad or feel that big to get to a place where it's like that rubber meets the road whole thing, you know. Sensitive emotions, times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Laura Mara. Peridot, this is going to sum up everything we've been saying. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessings they become. Oh my gosh, you guys. I could have just drawn these cards and probably not talked circles around what I was trying to explain. This is amazing. So I just want to take a screenshot. This is everything we've been getting. So times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care. So that's something I was missing, is the self-care. Don't let self-care become a crutch, though, okay? Self-care is not sitting on the couch eating potato chips, watching Netflix. Self-care sometimes comes in the form of discipline and self-control. So if you're overworking, it's not one size fits all. If you're overworking, then self-care could be a bubble bath and a glass of wine, or an evening with friends, or a long chat, or something fun. But if you're sitting on the couch eating potato chips, self-care is probably taking some steps to do something productive, maybe getting to the gym, doing something hard. Hard things give us big rewards in our chemistry. They do. Okay. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing it contains. So that's also something I've been telling some of the signs is I've been praying like more formal. I didn't do it on purpose, but I just found myself in despair on my hands and knees a while, not too long ago. I've been doing all this trying to deal with all this shadow work and revisiting my past and remembering things I didn't want to remember, oh my gosh. And I just found myself on my hands and knees crying, praying, and just I can cry now. Just begging for God to take it away, just take this from me, just take this from me. Just, it's how much can one person take, before they break and just don't want to do it anymore. But I will tell you, starting that day and the days following, things that were so specific to things I talked about in my prayer started showing up. And I know I talk about it all the time. The signs, ask for signs, watch for signs. Oh my gosh, it was in my face, and it was undeniable, and such a powerful reminder that we aren't alone. We do have support. We need not be alone. We need not isolate ourselves, but even at our loneliest, we aren't alone. And it also reminded me to ask for what I need, what I want. Be specific, write it down. That's another thing that's changing everything for me. I mean, if you guys have stayed with me through my shadow work, I've been really out of sorts and confused about who I am, what am I doing, what do I want, why do I care? And writing it down has helped organize my mind. It has been life-changing, so I'm going to encourage you guys to do that as well, okay? Let me read these real quick. Hopefully the camera doesn't cut off. So, Larimar, I just love you guys so much. So much it hurts, Hey, and guess what? We ordered the wire today to connect my camera to my computer so I can hopefully, I know I've been saying this for a year, but start doing lives. So I'll be able to talk to you guys. That'll be amazing. So anyway, you received this card because you've been feeling extra sensitive, perhaps empathetically absorbing negative or other people's fear energies has compounded the emotions you were already dealing with connected to a situation you endured. You may have felt upset without knowing why, or perhaps your mind has grasped for reasons to justify your sadness and you've begun to worry. Now that we've identified some foundations for your sensitive emotions, let's go ahead and clear you of anything that is not from God. You know what? You guys turn down your sound if you're in the car, and we'll clear energy with this, okay, in a second. If it's not from God or your higher self. So let's do that real quick. If you've got headphones on or in a car where it's going to be too loud, please pause and turn down, okay? And everybody else take a deep breath. Clear your space. Ready? Did I wake you up? Sweet girl. Let's do two more. I missed. It's okay. It's okay. She's pawing at me. No, it's okay. Come lie down. Oops. Lay down, baby. Come on. It's okay. Okay, she's gonna get in my lap. Oh. Alright, we finished reading that. Since you pulled a card related to, also ask for signs, remember that. So this is a sign for me, Atlantis. It says Atlantis, and I just was watching something about somebody that had like a psychedelic trip that involved Atlantis, something. I didn't really watch the whole thing, but it intrigued me because I've always been intrigued with Atlantis. Anyway, so apparently there's some scientific evidence or some evidence that it's real. There was something like that going on. Okay, so since you pulled a card, if y'all know about Atlantis, let me know. Since you pulled a card related to the ocean civilization of Atlantis going to the ocean or soaking in a warm bath, we just talked about baths, that's another sign, with sea salt would be an appropriate way to draw out physical energetic toxins. Plus, the experience of self-care raises your confidence and helps you to relax. Be very compassionate with yourself and use discernment about where and with whom you spend time. This is a time to avoid harsh energy as much as possible, as you honor your need for gentleness, rest, and healing. So the stone is typically seafoam green or pale turquoise in color, echoing its connection with the ocean and ancient civilization of Atlantis. Ooh, I need to get one of these. Larimar. Larimar can soothe your emotions, help you with stress management, and reconnect you with the past Altanian lifetime. Okay, let's see if I can get through Peridot real quick. I do want to say, you guys, showering at night is also a very good way to wash off the day energetically. You know, and keeping your bed as kind of like a sacred place. 71, I feel like we might get cut off. This card is reassurance that the challenges you're experiencing bring you valuable life lessons. Just like we said, upsetting situations aren't tests. They are experiences that help us learn truths about ourselves and others. If you keep experiencing recurring patterns, the key to breaking free from negative cycles is understanding the lesson they offer. For instance, a series of negative relationships could be an opportunity for you to look at your levels of self-esteem. I'm reading fast because my camera's going to cut off. Are you settling for unhealthy relationships? Here, if you want to read it. Because of a feeling that you can't have a healthy partner. Similar insights can heal negative patterns related to your career, health, and your other life areas. Ask God to, just like we just said, oh my gosh, you guys. Ask God to reveal the underlying lesson within a troubling situation. Be open to seeing the role you may have played in accepting these patterns.